Hi, my name is Tim Takach, and I'm a composer here in the Minneapolis area of Minnesota. Most of the music that I write is for voices, whether it's choir alone or choir and orchestra, choir and string quartet and piano. I've been a singer all my life, and so I feel like the voice is my primary instrument. Plus, I really feel like there's a lot of power in saying words out loud. And I think in choral music, oftentimes we get to say words or poetry that would be hard subjects to talk about with other people. And by saying them out loud on stage, it gives us a vehicle and a venue to explore emotions and topics that might otherwise be trickier to explore on our own. The commission for Neither Angels Nor Demons Nor Powers came a long time ago in the late 2000s. I got a phone call from a choir director in Kansas, and his choir had lost a student to a car crash, and they wanted to memorialize him through a choral commission. And so, as we were talking about what kind of libretto we wanted for the piece, he was able to give me a transcript of what was read at this student's eulogy. And so I used pieces of that and then some scripture that was also used in the service, and sort of stitched them together to make a poem or a libretto that had a longer journey to it. None of the poetry or lyrics that I found on their own quite did what I wanted the piece to do, which was sort of recognize death and passing, but then also give us a sense of hope for what's in the future. And so compositionally, there are musical elements that showcase this. One of the things that is throughout the piece is the idea of this rising forth. So that happens both harmonically from the 1 chord to the 4 chord quite often, but then you also hear that in the melody. Da, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, da, da, da. So we hear those rising forths quite a bit throughout the piece. For I am convinced, that happens again toward the end. And then in the final cadence of the piece, the choir rises up and leaves you on a 4 chord. And for me, that ascension of 4 is the passing on, is sort of leaving this earthly plane and going on to something different and hopefully something better. One of the things that I believe about music in general is that the work that I do as a singer and as a composer is sort of it's a service to people in the world. I think creating art is a gift we can give to each other, and yes, it's also my job, so it's a gift to me too. But I believe that if we have these sorts of visions and talents and things to say, that we're giving to other people, we're giving to the performers that sing these words and that get to perform these works, and then they in turn are giving their voices and their work to an audience. So I really believe that singing and serving are one and the same thing to me. I don't think that you have to necessarily defend or say why singing and serving are together, because in my mind that's the reason that I do it. That's what I love about it. Hearing Servire sing Neither Angels Nor Demons Nor Powers is a delight. I listened to the recording of the live recording in concert, and hearing it from a small group has a certain intimacy to it that I love, and hearing it with such delicate balance and attention to text and nuance is just it's a joy to see a group bring music off the page like Servire did with that piece. It's all a composer could ever hope for, so I'm grateful for that.